Salut my little baguettes, welcome to l'Académie Équilibre, and today we're doing l'obligation. So let's begin then. Now obviously as the name suggests, we're talking about obligation, right? We have the same word in English. You're obligated to do something. So how do we express that? We do it through this. So to explain it, you can say it is basically used to express a situation where we're required to do something, right? As in we're obligated to do something, it's a duty or it's a responsibility. All right. Basically something that is necessary, right? Mandatory. Okay. Now we know what we're expressing, right? So the next question is how do we express it? Okay. For that you need to understand the formation or the sentence structure, which is extremely easy. Okay. So mainly obligation is done with two verbs. Okay. You must already have heard of them. First one is our verb devoir and second one is falloir. Now what do they mean? Devoir means to must and falloir is to be necessary. The meaning itself is telling you that it is an obligation. When someone says you must do this, right? Or it is necessary that you study, right? Or it is necessary to study or to follow the rules, right? So through that sentence you can tell that through that sentence you can tell that this is not a choice, right? It is something you have to do. Okay. So first things first, the most important difference is that devoir is a personal verb while falloir is an impersonal verb. What does that mean? So when I say personal verb, that means you can conjugate devoir with any subject. As in, I can say, I must finish my homework, you must finish your homework, he, she must finish their homework, right? Or you can even say it with we, they, right? And when I say falloir, it means to be necessary. Can I say he is necessary to study? No, right? With this, you can only use the subject it. As in, it is necessary to do something. So falloir only goes with it, as in no people, alright? And devoir, you can conjugate it with any subject. Easy? Now coming on to the conjugation, with je, it is doit, with tu, doit, il doit, nous devons, vous devez, and finally, ils doivent. Okay, devoir is an IR verb, but it is an exception, an irregular verb. So you need to memorize the conjugation. Not just for obligation, but even in general, the verb devoir is used a lot. Okay, so it's beneficial for you to know the conjugation. Coming on to falloir, I already told you we can't conjugate with every subject. It only goes with it. It in French can also be il. Okay, so here falloir is only and only done with il, and here it is conjugated as faut, F-A-U-T. This makes our job even easier because you don't have to memorize the whole thing. It is just one conjugation, that is il faut. Now that we know what verbs we're going to use, we come to how to make a sentence out of it. An obligatory sentence. Alright? I want you to note it down that after these verbs, be it falloir or devoir, it is always followed by an infinitive. For those who don't know what an infinitive is, it is just a non-conjugated verb. As in a verb in its ER, IR or RE form, right? You know those three groups? So when it ends with one of these three, it is non-conjugated or an infinitive. Okay, why will it be in the infinitive? Because you must know whenever we have two verbs in a sentence, right? We always conjugate the first one and we leave the second one as it is. And here, our first verb will always either be devoir and falloir. Okay, because I want to express a duty, a responsibility, right? Something that is an obligation. Okay, I hope both these points are clear. Next, we come to a few examples, okay, as in how do we actually do it. So for instance, if I want to say, you must leave early tomorrow. Okay, so here, tu, I will conjugate devoir. With tu, I get doit. And to leave is partir. You will see I'm not going to conjugate partir because doit is already conjugated. Okay, I want to say to early tomorrow. So this is how I form an obligatory sentence. Alright. Then if I want to make an impersonal sentence, for example, it is necessary to drink a lot of water. So for it is necessary, it is il faut. To drink is boire beaucoup d'eau. Now what is this? It is a general obligation. Here I'm not talking about anyone in particular, right? I just said it is necessary to drink water. Okay, but in the first example, I specifically mentioned you. I'm telling you that for you here, it is necessary to leave early. Okay, so the first one is more personal, directed towards a particular person, and the second one is more of a general statement. Coming on to negative obligations, as in things that one must not do, should not do. Right, so again, this is pretty easy. Generally, how do we do negation? It is ne plus verb plus pa, right? That's exactly what we're going to do here as well. Here, our verb will be our first verb, which is obviously either falloir or devoir. So you just put ne before the conjugation of devoir and pa after it. So for instance, I have another sentence. Il faut courir dans le couloir. As in, it is necessary to run in the corridor. Obviously, nobody is going to ask you to do that. It will always be, it is necessary to not run in the corridor, right? So as I already said, we're going to do ne pa with this verb. So here, very easy, I just put ne before fo and pa after it. And then I copy the rest of my sentence. Then our last topic is conversion. As in, for the very basic questions, you might be asked to make a normal sentence into obligation, or you might be asked to convert devoir into falloir. Right, there are two ways of presenting obligation. You can either do it with falloir or devoir. So they might give it to you with devoir and say make it into falloir. Both mean the same thing, right? One is more general, one is more personal. But they're going to ask you to show obligation just in a different way. That is our second type of conversion. And last one we're going to discuss is conversion with imperative. Okay? So for the first one, here you'll see I've been given a pretty basic sentence. You do your homework every day. Right? That's a fact. That's a normal thing. Now I want to say you must do your homework every day. Pretty simple. You're going to find your verb here. Fait as in faire. Right? And before faire as in faire is our infinitive. So before that, our obligatory verb will come. Here, personal sentence is given, so I can do it with devoir. So with tu, it becomes tu dois faire, and then I just copy my sentence. Or if you want to do it with falloir, we're going to have to change the tu into il faut, and then same thing, I'm just going to write faire. Just another extra thing, here ton will become le, because now we're talking about a general obligation, that for everyone it is necessary to do their homework every day. So this was a piece of cake, right? Now coming on to our second conversion, as in you're already given obligation, it's just that they might give you falloir and say make it into devoir, or vice versa, as in they might give you devoir and say make it into falloir. So here they're saying vous devez faire de l'exercice. You must exercise. What is that? It's an obligation. We have devoir over here. I can also say it in another way, that is with the help of the verb falloir. How am I going to do that? Obviously, if I'm going to use falloir, it will always start with il faut. Then, obviously, I'll cut the voir because I'm doing obligation with falloir now. Then, pretty easy, you're going to copy the rest of the sentence. You already have your infinitive, which makes our work even easier. I'll take another example that we did before. So, il faut boire beaucoup d'eau. This is also extremely easy. If I now want to say the same sentence with devoir, I'll cut off il faut. I can use any subject. Okay, it's my choice. I want to go with je. Okay, then I'm gonna conjugate devoir. It becomes je dois. Then again, I'm already given the infinitive, which means I don't really have to do anything. There we go. That's literally it. Finally, we have our last type of conversion, that is from imperatif to obligation. To do this, first you need to know the difference between imperatif and obligation. Lot of students get confused here, but it's actually pretty straightforward. Okay, so for imperatif, obviously first thing, we don't have a subject in the sentence, right? And it is used to, you can say, to give an order, right? To give a request, a command, or maybe an advice. But when I talk about obligation, I'm not actually giving you an advice. Okay, I'm just telling you what should be done, what is necessary. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to do it right now. Or when I say imperative, that means I'm asking you, you have to do this thing right now. Okay, but the most key difference is that imperative is not a necessity. It is an instruction that I'm giving to you right now. That's it. To understand it even better, we'll take an example. Once you see that, it'll be crystal clear to you. So if I have lève-toi tôt, okay, this is imperative, obviously. I'm giving you an order that right now you have to wake up early. Okay, but if I make it into an obligation, I can do that with devoir and falloir. Let's say it with both. So first of all, I'll need the infinitive, which is se lever. It is a pronominal verb. I'm going to do it with both. First with devoir. So here we're talking about toi, as in tu. Okay, then doit. And here, because I'm talking about you, so I will make this se into te. I'll leave this in the infinitive. And that's it. Tu dois te lever tôt. Same way with falloir. We started with il faut. Then here I'm going to write se lever because I'm not talking about you in particular. I'm talking in general as in se lever. Okay. Then again tôt. So these two are talking about something that one should do, right? It's a good habit to wake up early, right? That means it's a rule, right? It is something that is important, mandatory. But when I'm saying live to a to, that is something you have to do right now. It is an instruction, an immediate instruction. Fine? This is how we're going to do all of them when you're supposed to convert from imperative to obligation. Okay? The first two are extremely basic, only for the third one you need to practice a little bit. Otherwise, obligation is a very easy topic. Okay? And if you watch this video, make some short abridged notes, right? And practice a little. This is the simplest topic there is. Okay? And it teaches you a lot about how do you express yourself when you want to convey to someone that you're talking about something that is extremely important, necessary, mandatory. Okay? By using words like falloir and devoir, you're conveying the gravity, the importance of the situation. Other than that, I hope the whole thing was clear to you. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment it down below. Thank you.